Hey guys, welcome back to the Slightly Unusual Facebook page. Welcome back to Office Magic. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
My assistant away from the office, and you're going to help me with the trick. This is a trick I've done for about 15 years. This is one of my favourite tricks, right? I'm going to, you've got a good imagination, haven't you?
Yeah.
I want you to imagine that you have won an all-expenses paid trip to somewhere in the world. You're going to go on holiday somewhere in the world. Are you excited? You should be excited, as we're basically locked in our house and we can't leave our house at the moment. You can't even go out the front door. But you've won a trip anywhere in the world. And do you know where you're going?
No.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
You're going to Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever been to Africa before?
No.
You're going to go to Africa, and this trick that I'm about to show you is all about your trip to Africa, and we're going to use the 4 jacks in a minute, and you'll see why. Now, right, I want you to pick a card, and what I want you to do is I want you to pick a number card, not a picture card. So don't pick a jack, don't pick a queen or a king. Pick a card with a number on. Grab a number card out, any number card that you'd like. Just quickly, Ryan. You got one?
Yeah.
You got it. Cool. Show the camera, don't show me. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you this pen. I'll look away, and what I want you to do is write your name on the card. Okay, nice big letters. On the face of the card, write your name. Do you need help in spelling it? You can lean on the table if you want, so I'm not looking. Can you, do you need help spelling your name? Are you good?
I'm fine.
Okay, so that card is going to represent you. So this card is going to represent you. Okay?
Yeah.
Show everyone the card. And then put the lid on the pen. Throw the card on the floor. Pick it up. Nobody noticed. It's fine. Don't let me see the card. I'm turning back round now. Okay, can I have the card back?
Yeah.
Good stuff. So this is the card, guys. Put the lid on the pen. We don't want to dry it out. And then give me the pen, and I'm going to put it away in my pocket. So this card represents Ryland. The deck represents Africa. And we're going to send you right down to deepest, darkest Africa. To the jungles of Africa. Are you excited? You should be. You arrive in Africa. Now, when you arrive in Africa, you realise that there is a problem. And the problem is that you haven't landed in like the bit of Africa that everybody goes to, all the tourists go to. You've arrived in deepest, darkest Africa, the place that all the explorers go to, deep into the jungles. And do you know what the population is basically made up of? Cannibals. People that eat other people. Ugh. And you're there in Africa and you're surrounded by cannibals. And do you know what? These 4 jacks, they're going to represent the 4 cannibals. And do you know what cannibals eat for breakfast? They eat tourists. They go into where all the tourists hang out. They grab a tourist and they eat them up. Listen. You can even hear their bellies burp. And when they eat a tourist, you can see that they leave no trace. There's just the 4 cannibals. And do you know, Ryland, what cannibals eat for lunch? They eat 2 tourists. They go and they eat 2 tourists. They go and grab 2 tourists from the nearby holiday village. And what they do is they chew them up. Listen, you can hear them burp. There you go, there's the burp. And they eat 2 tourists, leaving absolutely no trace. Now, if you're wondering why they only eat 2 tourists and not more, it's because I can't hold any more cards secretly in my hand. I can only hold 2. But do you know what they eat for dinner? Do you know what these 4 cannibals eat for dinner? They eat more tourists. They have 2 more tourists for dinner. They chew them up, listen, roll them on the belly and burp, leaving absolutely no trace. In fact, they eat and eat and eat, and after they've eaten, they've ate. They've ate, they've ate, they've ate, which is why these jacks are no longer jacks. It's why they're 8s. 8s, 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 because that's what happens. They eat all the tourists. But one day, the cannibals get wiped out, and the cannibals are no longer there, and all that remains is their bones. And when they cut the cannibals open, I've got some bad news for you, because they find the remains of a little boy that went on holiday to Africa. He's there in their bellies. And that is the story about your trip to Africa. You like it? A little bit scared? A little bit scared? You're not going to want to go to Africa now, are you?
I do.
You too. Guys, that's my story. I hope you enjoyed that. Follow the Slightly Unusual Facebook page. We'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye.